Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're diving into a review of a book that's making some real waves in the cozy mystery scene. It's Elementary, a cozy mystery of PTA intrigue, and it's by Elise Bryant.
Yeah, and what's so interesting, I think, is that Bryant is, she's huge in YA romance, acclaimed, really. So seeing her jump into adult fiction like this and do it so well, it really shows off her range as a writer, her versatility.
Absolutely. And our mission today really is to explore how this book, which on the surface seems quite lighthearted, actually manages to blend humor, real intrigue, some subtle social commentary. We want to give you a kind of shortcut to understanding why it's hitting home for so many readers, why it's so charming. So let's get into it. Maybe start with a setup for anyone maybe not super familiar with cozies. They usually have like an amateur detective solving a crime in a tight-knit place, right?
Yeah.
Low stakes, violence-wise. And Bryant uses that framework. We meet Mavis Miller. She's a single mom, already juggling a lot. And she makes it clear she's not a PTA mom. Definitely not.
Hmm.
But then she gets pulled into all the drama at her kid's elementary school in California because the principal just disappears
Yes.
mysteriously.
Right, and that setup, it creates this really interesting dynamic straight away because Mavis is one of the few Black parents there. Initially, she kind of sees this vacancy, the principal being gone, as maybe a chance, an opportunity to make some positive changes.
Yeah.
But as she starts digging around, she pretty quickly finds this whole mess of secrets and suspicion, and a lot of it seems to point towards the PTA president, who's, well, pretty domineering, controls everything.
The classic power figure.
Exactly. Fundraising, school events, you name it.
Yeah.
Makes her a prime suspect.
Yeah, I can see that. But what really jumped out at me, and you touched on her YA background, was just how good the writing is beyond the mystery itself. The characters feel so real, relatable, and the setting, this elementary school PTA world, it's vibrant, but also often really funny.
Oh, totally. She nails the PTA vibe.
Doesn't she? Those petty rivalries, the intense personalities.
Yeah.
It's done with such sharp wit. You see these moments like a fight over who gets to volunteer where or shifting alliances at a bake sale. It shows she really gets people. That astute observation.
Yeah, and connecting that to the bigger picture, it's not just laughs, right? The novel is also subtly getting at some pretty important themes, things like race, class, community dynamics.
Mm-hmm.
Mavis's experience navigating this mostly white, affluent school environment, it sort of quietly throws these unspoken assumptions into relief.
Like who belongs or how fundraising decisions might affect families differently.
Exactly. But it's not like hitting you over the head with it. It's just part of her reality. And that adds these layers of depth that I think really elevate the book beyond just a standard whodunit.
Yeah, I completely agree. That's what makes it feel richer. And the pacing helps too, right? It's fast.
Oh, definitely. Keeps you turning pages.
It really does. You're hooked quickly. And the mystery itself, it's well put together. Plenty of twists.
Mm-hmm. Even if you read a lot of cozies, it'll likely keep you guessing.
Right. And watching Mavis go from being this reluctant bystander to a full-on amateur detective, driven by wanting what's best for her kid, and also this growing sense of justice, it's really satisfying.
Yeah, it's entertaining, but also kind of empowering.
You end up really rooting for her as she navigates all that weird PTA politics. So thinking about all this, what's the takeaway for you, our listener?
Well, I think we've seen why It's Elementary is getting praised. It's pitched as a perfect read if you want something lighthearted, but also thought-provoking. And it really delivers on that. It offers so much more than just figuring out who did it.
Yeah, absolutely. We've kind of unpacked how it shows off Elise Bryant's versatility as an author, how it gives a fresh spin to the cozy genre by mixing in that humor, those characters you actually care about, and some genuinely insightful social observations that stick with you.
Which maybe leaves you with something interesting to think about. How often do these seemingly small, maybe even trivial community spaces like a PTA meeting actually become these little battlegrounds, these micro arenas, places where much larger social dynamics play